Right, I like to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the ones, the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So bring it back, Deuteronomy the 11th chapter where we left off, and Deuteronomy 11 and 23. Then will Yahweh drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourself. So instead of us possessing greater nations and mightier than ourselves, we here under the same nations that we were supposed to possess, man. And like the scripture says, you know, when you go to the book of Isaiah, I think that's Isaiah 5 and 11, it says, for you are in captivity because of your lack of knowledge. Isaiah, I think it's Isaiah 5 and 11. Let me see. No, that's not it. Right here, 13, my bad. It says, therefore my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. So you have no knowledge. You have no knowledge whatsoever. So instead of us ruling over the nations, we're under the nations. That's why the scriptures tell you in Deuteronomy that they have become the head and we have become the tail. Right? Because you people want to do whatever the hell you want to do. You don't want to keep the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. You're a staunch and rebellious generation. Like the scriptures tell you when you go into Jeremiah 4 and 22, right? Let's get that. Jeremiah 4 and 22, it says, right here, it says, oh, my bad, Salakia Ben Daniels. Jeremiah 4 and 22, it says, for my people is foolish. So the scripture says you are foolish, man. You are a foolish people. When you look up that word foolish, right? That word foolish goes back to stupid. So let's look it up real quick. I'm gonna have to grab it in my other phone, because I have data on that phone. I don't have data on this one. So let's get this word real quick. Let's see. Jeremiah 4:22. In the Hebrew, foolish. Right. The word foolish in the Hebrew goes back to evil or evil, which means right here it uses the same word, be foolish, one of who despises wisdom, one of who mocks when guilty, of one who is quarrelsome, of one who is licentious. Right here, Strong's definition goes back to from an unused root, meaning to perverse, silly, or foolish. So that's what it means. So Salakia, I said stupid. I think I was thinking of the word Scottish children, which is in the same book, chapter, and verse. But you know, that's what it means. One who despises wisdom, right? From an unused root, meaning to be perverse. So that you are, like the scripture says, for my people is a foolish people. You are perverse people. You are a people who despises wisdom, right? They have not known me. How do you know the Lord? By keeping the commandments. We read that in one of the videos in First John, the 2nd chapter, right? For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are Scottish children. So when you look up the word Scottish, which that's the word I was actually thinking about, so Salaki on that. But let's go to it. In the Hebrew, it's Sakal, Salaki, if I'm not saying that right. It says fool. Let me look up this word. Fool, foolish, Scottish, the strong, silly, foolish, and I wonder if that was. Let me see something real quick, Salakia. Bear with me. Right. if you look up the Google meaning of it, it actually, the word Scottish goes into stupefied. It says with or as if with drink or drunken, given to excessive drinking. Right here it says, what does Scottish in the Bible mean? Foolish, stupid, foolish, stupid. For my people is foolish, they give you the scripture too. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are Scottish children or stupid children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And this is why we in captivity, man, because you cats are stupid. You a foolish and stupid generation of Israelites, or what y'all deem yourselves to be, niggas and or black, right? So again, Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are Scottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil. And as I was mentioning in one of the other videos, the majority of our people don't think about walking in righteousness. They're not thinking about what it means to be upright. They're not thinking about what it means to follow after Yahweh, the Father, who you inwardly call God, and after Yahweh Shai, who you inwardly call Jesus Christ. They're not thinking about that whatsoever. But what Jake is thinking about is rapping about his op, shooting his op, right, making money, right, committing adultery, getting tattoos from head to toe, smoking weed. That's what Jake is thinking about, man. Jake isn't thinking about what it means to do that which is right. The scripture says they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. According to the scriptures, what is good? Good is to keep another commandment. Romans chapter 7 verse 12. The scripture says, for my law is good, my commandments are good. So why wouldn't you do that which is good? The reason why Jake won't do that which is good, because one, the spirit isn't in him to do so, but two, because they desire to do wickedness, man, because it's pleasurable to them. Like Jake said, if it feel right, it must be good. Well, say the same thing to a damn pedophile. Say the same thing to a motherfucker who goes out and commit mass murder on children, right? Go say the same thing to them. It must feel good to them. So if it feels good to them, then what they doing must be right. This is why Jake is bugged the hell out, man. This is why the Lord have come down and is still coming down heavily upon Jake. The Lord said, what? For I still have my hand. I have my hand stretched out still. Right? So let's go back into that Deuteronomy, the 11th chapter. Fucking Jake is stupid, man. Jake is very stupid. So Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse, let's start back here. In 23, it says, then will Yahweh drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than now. And like I said before, we're under captivity under the nations right now, right? We're under captivity under Esau right now, right? Even though the yoke of iron is not upon your neck, you're still in captivity. It says, every place thereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours, from the wilderness in Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be. There shall no man be able to stand before you, for Yahweh your power shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he hath said unto you. Behold, I have set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of Yahweh your power, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahweh your power. So you have to identify, like, for all you that say that so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans are not Israelites, then another way you can identify who are the true people of God is by way of prophecy and by way of the curses being put upon the Israelites. You will see those curses being put upon them. So if Israel didn't keep the commandments, then guess what? These curses will fall upon them, and that will be a way you can identify the nation of people that are the true Israelites, because it's definitely not the small hatters, right? It says, again, 27 and 11, Deuteronomy 11:27. A blessing if you obey the commandments of Yahweh your power, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahweh your power, but turn aside after the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known. It says, and it shall come to pass, when Yahweh thy power have brought thee unto the land whether thou goest to possess it, that thou shalt put the blessing upon Mount Garizim, and the curse upon Mount Ebal. Are they not on the other side of Jordan, by the way whereof the sun goeth down in the land of the Canaanites, which dwell in the campaign, Salakia, and the campaign over against Gilgal, besides the plains of Morch? For ye shall pass over Jordan to go and to possess the land which Yahweh your power giveth you, and ye shall possess it and dwell therein. And ye shall observe to do all the statutes and judgments which I have set before you this day. So when we go into the book of Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter, Salakia, 28 and 15, what do the scriptures say? So Deuteronomy 28:15 says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. And then you could read all the curses yourself. But ultimately, by Jake not keeping the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it have brought our enemies against us. So when you jump here to verse 25, it says, Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. It says, thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Now this is the scattering of Israel due to being enslaved and beaten and battered by the other nations. So I'm going to end it from there and say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double ones to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work. And truth and sincerity, I like to say Shalom.